All right, on a Friday morning, appreciate you joining us this Friday morning for House Politics. Our usual lineup consists of former Representative Tom Drake.
We got out of jail.
We got out of jail.
Got out of jail this week.
He wasn't with us last week.
Right.
So he has a mysterious absence there, Tom, I have to tell you. Along with Tom Burleson and myself. And we're welcoming Patricia McGriff, Republican candidate.
Glad to be here. I'm honored to be with such distinguished guests this morning.
Well, thank you. I'm sure that holds true for the other two, but I'm not sure about myself.
Oh, no, it is. And I thank all three of you for serving our community and our state as a servant to the people.
Well, you see, you're attempting to serve the good folks of Cullman County as a circuit clerk.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it on the Republican ticket, and I'm real excited about it. I've been working real hard.
So you feel public service is in your blood?
It's been there forever. And I've been, since I was started off with junior civitans when I was a young person, and now I'm on several community. I'm on the Holly Pond Founders Day Committee. I'm in the Pilot Club, the Civitan Club again, and I'm helping out with the Chamber of Commerce with their Education Council, and I help out my church some. I used to be more active. I used to be a Sunday school teacher, but lately I haven't been able to do that. But so it's in my blood. I love people. I love getting out and doing what I can to help people, and you know, in whatever way I can.
Mr. Bates has been in that job for a good number of years. 30-something years, is that
30
right?
years, I think.
About 30 years.
Yeah.
What is it that you see yourself doing that would be different, if anything would be different regarding the running of the office? What would be something that you would feel needed to be focused on?
Well, I'm glad that you said that, George. Let me pass this out to you guys. This right here is what I've got proposed. We don't have a website in most of the other well, not most of them. To be honest with you, there's only about 3 counties in Alabama that do have a website.
That being
for the circuit clerk's office.
Yeah, okay.
And I've done a lot of.
Yeah.
I was the first one to come out for this position, and when I came out, I told them that we need a website because everybody's doing everything on the computer. Considering that when you go into the courthouse, it's only open from 9 to 5, and most people work from 9 to 5. We can make it available. If you'll look in this packet, I know that the public can't do this, but we can make it available for people to go and pay fines online. There's even there's so many great places that if you could go to the circuit clerk's office that you could reference to, like if you need legal assistance, you don't have the money to pay for legal, it gives you a place to go to that. If you need to know something about jury duty, you know, what are the qualifications to be on jury duty? How long is jury duty? How much does a jury duty pay? You know, that would be on that website. I mean, it's just one of that is something that is. I mean, we've got to have this. Now, I'm so glad you mentioned Robert Bates because he is a wonderful man and he has done a wonderful job. Before I even considered running for this position, I went and talked to Robert, and at that time, Robert told me he was considering not running. And I just think he's done a wonderful job, and I thank him for the service that he has given to this community. I think it's been like 31 years he's been in that office. So, and he's got such a good staff. I've gone up there and I've talked to everyone on the staff, and so I think the transition will be very easy because he does have such a good staff.
That's one of the things that make, well, in any office, that whenever you have a change of leadership, supervisor or superintendent or whatever the term is, people are, and especially in politics, you know, whenever inside a courthouse, sometimes I call it a tempest in a teapot because you have so much bubble, boil, and trouble in terms of relationship between the different members that it can be that way. But people often wondered, if this person wins, will I still have a job? Do you see any change in personnel?
Oh, absolutely not. You know, unfortunately, we are in hard times right now, and money is very tight, and we've got to learn to do more with less. But I am a teacher, a retired school teacher, as was pointed out earlier. And being a retired school teacher, you need to be a good motivator and a morale booster. And I'm very good at that. So one of the things, if you can get more productivity out of people if you have a great atmosphere for them to work in or to study in. And therefore, you know, I get along with everybody. I have never found a person, not many, let's put it that way, that I can't get along with. And my heart goes out to the employees there because they're hardworking. They, you know, trying to take care of the office. And I promise to keep a friendly atmosphere, and those that's coming in there for help, seeking help, that's hurting, or like I said before, trying to pay off honest debts, I promise to treat them, the office will treat them with respect, like we all want to be treated.
You know, Patricia, it's very important to let the people, the employees, know that you're not out to fire people. You know, there's a lot of pressure on those employees that work there 10 or 15 years, and then the office holder come in and start threatening them for no reason. Mm-hmm. You know, there should be something worked out about that. But anyway, it's really important that you let them know that, you know, that you're not out to fire people.
Yeah. I agree with you.
There's so much uncertainty, you know, whenever you are an employee. I've told the story. I told it last week regarding when I went into the commission office, one of the secretaries was so worried she was going to lose her job. And I said, I'm not here to fire people. Yeah. I just want to make things as good as they can get, you know, and better.
And not only that, you know, these people know what they're doing. That is a great staff that Robert Bates has over there. And when if I'm honored to have this position, I expect them to help me because there's going to be a lot, you know, a training process for the new, for the office person who's taking Robert Bates' position. So,
there's not a school, is there? No. You know, in politics, there's not a school. I think I want to go take a course at Wallace on being a commissioner. Or you have to wear all of your flat gear and
no, but there are books. There is a book out there that says how to be a politician without saying anything. Have y'all heard about that book?
Well, who's following that? Who's following that advice, I wonder? I haven't seen the book, but nonetheless, tell us about, what was your maiden name? Tell us about your family.
Williams. Mm-hmm. My family is from the Crane Hill, Cold Springs area. My father was Herman Williams. My mother was Louise Goodwin Williams. My great-grandfather was the blacksmith around Crane Hill.
Oh, really?
Yes. And now my husband, about 10 years ago, my first husband was killed. And I was left to raise two young people. And the good Lord sent me a wonderful man, my present husband, Gary McGriff, and I'm just thankful for that. My kids love him. His parents are Feltus and Faynell McGriff of Holly Pond. I am very blessed. You know, we went through a hard time for about 3 years after my first husband was killed, and but I've always feel that there's a reason for everything. And things are just really, really good for me and my children.
You related those camels down at Cold Springs?
Yes, I am. Claiborne Campbell, who is a track coach, and Colleen and Doyle Campbell, you know them. Yeah. They're my aunt and uncle. And I'm related to just about everybody down there. Let me go down the list. Davis, Campbell's, Henderson's, McSwain's. I mean, when I used to come into Cullman County with my mother, we would walk up and down the streets and everybody would say, hello, Louise, hello. It's not like that anymore, but those were wonderful times back then.
Boy, them Campbell's the finest people in Cullman County.
Yeah.
They're good people.
I love my aunt and uncle, Doyle and Colleen.
I see, and again, going back to the issue of having a presence on the web, do you have a PC at home, or you have a Facebook account?
Oh, I do, yes. Yeah? PatriciaMcGriff.com, Facebook. You can find me at Patricia at my Patricia McGriff, and you can look at Patricia McGriff for Cullman County Circuit Clerk as my web page. And I'm on YouTube. Now, not only have I taught, I have taught advanced science, advanced math. I taught computer classes in school. Yes, I did. And not only that, my husband is wonderful at computers. If I don't know anything, he works for NASA in computers, and if I don't know anything about it, I can go to him for backup. But oh yes, I'm very active on the computers. Matter of fact, I taught computers when you had the Apple computers in the classroom. I guess, do y'all remember the Apple computers? Don't
let Dennis hear you say that. We have one or two inside the control room. But, oh yes, by all means. So technology is something that you would like to see employed maybe more in an aggressive manner than what is now. You know, in '96 when I went into the commission office, there was one computer. There wasn't a network. There was one computer. And that person guarded that thing like gold, you know, and everyone else had typewriters. But now in this day and age, you have to roll with the flow, don't you?
You can carry them around in your backpack, you know. They're just everywhere. We've got to be on the web, because that's where all of our information is coming from. So it's very imperative that we and I'd like to be, like I said, looking at the internet, at the circuit clerk offices, there's not but a couple that are on the internet. So wouldn't we love to have the best in the state? And that's what I'd like to plan for. Well, and as you can see, what I've already planned, I've been doing my research, and not only this is a lot but there's a lot more information we can give out to the public on the web.
You know, you got to have employees trained to do all that stuff. You got to be pretty smart to handle all that those situations and things.
Well, Tom, it's funny, but you know, I taught on the state computer system. I help teach teachers, so I'm a teacher. You know, that's what I do. Yeah. So that won't be any problem.
It's not as difficult, I don't think, now as it used to be with DOS and that as an operating system, having to type in commands with the windows and being able to point and click with a mouse. It's a lot easier now than what it was. I know that for sure. Well, we got about a minute or so left. Let me ask you, Patricia, tell the people why they should vote for Patricia McGriff for circuit clerk.
Well, like I said previously, my family goes back generations, and I would like to say that I'm a conservative Republican, a Reagan Republican, if you please. I am pro-life, I'm pro-family, based on my Christian convictions. I know when to wear the Republican hat when campaigning for a conservative who are seeking to serve the people. But I also know when to take off the Republican hat. I will gladly welcome advice from a good man, Robert Bates, who holds this office right now. People coming to my office will not be judged by their parties. We will not favor attorneys or disfavor attorneys based on their party. I am Patricia McGriff, and I'd appreciate your vote on March the 13th, Tuesday. Thank you, and God bless.
Well, thank you, Pat, for coming by to see us.
God bless y'all.
Thank you very much.
Patricia, you've done a good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Coming up in the second half, David Andrews, a Republican candidate for chairman of the County Commission. We'll be back later.